Workrise, one of the most heavily funded startups in Austin, announced on Thursday that it has raised a $300 million Series E, bringing its total capital to $752 million with a pre-money valuation of $2.6 billion. Launched in 2014 as a workforce management platform for the oil and gas industry, the company changed its name from RigUp in February to better fit its ongoing expansion into wind, solar, construction, defense and other industries. The name change also celebrates Workrise's successful emergence from the pandemic, which caused global demand for oil to hit all-time lows. In 2020, however, the company reported approximately $900 million in gross revenue. "No company that I've ever worked with was as hard hit by COVID as Workrise," says Geoff Lewis of the company's Rebound. Lewis is the founder of Bedrock Capital, which participated in the latest funding round. He led the seed stage investment in the company in 2014, while he was with Founders Fund and also participated as an angel investor. Though 7 years ago, RigUp had seemed a durable name for the startup, by early 2020 there was so much unused product. People in Texas were putting oil into their swimming pools, Lewis quips. Price wars broke out abroad, and in April, OPEC Plus countries slashed oil and gas production by 9.7 million barrels a day, or 10% of the world's supply. Having opened the platform up to new sectors in 2019, co-founders Xuan Yong and Witte were already thinking of expanding. The pandemic expedited that process. COVID forced our hand, accelerating our investments in these new verticals, CEO Yong tells Forbes. "We had to do it as a matter of better serving our workers. Oil prices went negative. We still needed to get workers jobs." Yong and Witte knew they were already on the right track, they just needed to run a little faster. "We had this hypothetical 3-year plan to really scale renewables and construction. We no longer had a choice," Yong says. With a growing popular disaffection with the fossil fuel industry and an appetite for infrastructural innovation on the part of the new administration, Yong and Witte decided that they could change the company's name, and expand its identity, without fundamentally shifting its DNA. They would still use technology to connect labor, which was scarce, with jobs, which were not, on a broader scale, one that prioritized the industries of the future in addition to those of the past. Workrise, which listed on Forbes's Next Billion-Dollar Startups in 2019, has a three-pronged approach to how it plans to use its newly obtained funding, the magnitude of which Yong notes as a bit anxiety-inducing, as well as exciting. "It's always a mixed feeling," he says.